Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Nishit Kumar, and with me is Prashant Kumar Sinha with the evening news. The headlines. Uttar Pradesh government announces new population policy for 2021 to 2030 to incentivize people in population control. Socio-economic development of entire northeastern region at fast pace to be a key focus area, says Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari inaugurates country's first liquefied natural gas plant in Nagpur. Over 37 crore 60 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country so far. National COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 97.20%. Centre allocates 3,323 crore rupees grant to Odisha under Jal Jeevan Mission. 2 Al-Qaeda terrorists arrested from Lucknow by Uttar Pradesh Anti-Terrorist Squad, says big terror module uncovered. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with Tokyo-bound athletes virtually on Tuesday. In women's cricket, second T20 match between India and host England underway at Hove. India sets target of 149 runs. Italy to lock horns with England in the summit clash of Eurocup football in London tonight. And in Wimbledon tennis, defending champion Novak Djokovic takes on Matteo Berrettini in men's singles final. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also to help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki doori for social distancing, and focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. In Uttar Pradesh, the government has announced new population policy for 2021 to 2030 on the occasion of World Population Day today. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, in a program at Lucknow, released a booklet on this occasion. He said all groups society have to be included with population control program. He said this policy will bring wellness and happiness in the people's life. The draft law lists that have been put on the public domain, and the government has sought suggestions from people on the policy draft. The recommendations of policy will be effective after 1 year of Gazette notification. The government is to give incentives and disincentives for the promotion of 2-child norm in the state. Meanwhile, with the announcement of the population policy, the activities on population stabilization fortnight started from today to encourage family planning in the state. More from our Lucknow correspondent.
On this occasion, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said, population control is the primary condition for the establishment of an advanced society. He asked people to take place to make ourselves and society aware of the problems arising from the increasing population. According to the policy draft, people having more than 2 children will not be able to fight local body elections. Those who having up to 2 offsprings will be provided more government facilities and incentives. The draft also says that government employees not following 2 children norms will be forbidden several benefits. People breaching policy will not be able to take benefit of subsidy and government schemes. Chief Minister on this occasion also started distribution of Sagun kits to encourage the means of family planning among the newlyweds. MS Yadav, Yaya News, Lucknow.
Minister for Development of Northeastern Region G. Kishan Reddy has said that socio-economic development of the entire Northeastern region at fast pace will be his key focus area. Mr. Reddy today reviewed various developmental activities and programs taking place in the Northeastern region. The minister asked the senior officials that all ongoing projects should be completed in a stipulated time frame. He said all pending projects should be resolved at the earliest through a proper consultation mechanism with other ministries. Mr. Reddy said that the kind of transformation that took place in the northeastern region in the last 7 years is incredible and unprecedented.
Union Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari today inaugurated the country's first LNG, liquefied natural gas plant in Nagpur. He said LNG is a clean and cost-effective fuel which is capable of decreasing the logistics cost. It has also the potential of creating ample job opportunities. LNG is the fuel of the future and will revolutionize the transportation sector. The country's first LNG facility plant has been set up by Baidyanath Ayurvedic Group on Kamptee Road near Nagpur-Jabalpur Highway. Mr. Gadkari also informed that the central government is promoting ethanol, electric, CNG and LNG gas as an alternative to conventional fuels. He pointed out that the country produces surplus sugar and rice. He suggested that surplus of such products can be used to make biofuels.
We have to create more employment potential in the country and we need to help to agriculture. Without that, in place of wheat and rice, if they can making gas and petrol alternative, it can be a viability for agriculture as a cost saving.
Experiments were carried out to produce bioethanol from these agricultural products, which have succeeded. Large-scale production of bioethanol from paddy straw is underway in East Vidarbha, which is known for paddy cultivation. The minister also underlined the importance of flex engines, which are capable of using both petrol and ethanol for transportation. He said a policy is under consideration by the central government for mandatory installation of flex engines by automobile manufacturers in India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said India has many talented people who are doing exceptional work at the grassroots level. In a tweet, Mr. Modi asked people to nominate such inspiring persons for the People's Padma Awards. Nominations are open till the 15th of September.
More than 37 crore 60 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Health Minister said 37 lakh 23,000 doses were administered in the last 24 hours. The recovery rate has gone up to 97.20%. Over 41,000 patients recovered during the last 24 hours. Till now, over 2 crore 99 lakh people have recovered from COVID-19 infection. India reported over 41,000 new cases in the last 24 hours. Country's active caseload is currently at 4,54,118. Active cases constitute 1.47% of the total cases. 895 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. Till now, over 4,08,000 people have lost their lives due to the pandemic. Testing capacity has been substantially ramped up and over 43 crore 8 lakh tests have been conducted till now. Yesterday, 18,43,000 tests were conducted. In Maharashtra, skepticism about COVID-19 vaccination among tribal villages in Nashik district is being reversed through the dedicated efforts of Zilla Parishad's health staff. Using the tribal language, the medical staff made advocacy in an effective way in remote and tribal-dominated pockets of Surgana Taluka, which had long-standing low immunization coverage. Surgana Taluka in Nashik district consists of large number of tribal populations settled in remote hamlets. These indigenous people have many misconceptions and fear about the corona preventive vaccine. In addition, due to no mobile tower in the vicinity, there is consistent problem of internet connectivity, due to which the tribals have to walk several kilometers from the hilly areas to register themselves for vaccination. This had led to a very low turnout of tribals for the vaccination. However, medical officer Dr. Jayendra Thavil and his team of health workers from Pangarane Zilla Parishad went to every tribal hamlet to create awareness among the locals. The team adopted a slew of measures such as meetings and discussions at the village square. By using the local tribal language, the team effectively communicated with the tribals and encouraged them for vaccination. The medical team also took the help of local women's self-help group for reversing vaccine hesitancy among the indigenous people.
हमारे अति दुर्गम क्षेत्र ये आदिवासी एरिया है। यहाँ पे टीकाकरण के लेके बहुत सी गलतफहमियां थी, लोगों में डर था। हमारे कर्मचारी लोगों ने, आशा वर्कर ने घर घर जाके लोगों को समझाया कि टीकाकरण से कोई भी दुष्परिणाम नहीं होगा, टीकाकरण आपके स्वास्थ्य के लिए उचित है। तो इसके प्रति विश्वास बढ़ा और लोगों ने टीकाकरण शुरू कर दिया।
A total of 53 new cases of coronavirus infection were reported in the national capital during the past 24 hours. The Delhi government said during the same period, 99 people recovered and 3 deaths were reported in the city. Presently, the total number of active cases of COVID-19 in the national capital is at 743. In the last 24 hours, over 79,627 beneficiaries were inoculated for COVID-19 in Delhi, and with this, over 88,96,000 beneficiaries have been vaccinated so far. Kerala continues to report surge in infections as 12,220 new COVID-19 cases were reported in the state in the previous 24 hours. With testing of 1,16,563 samples, the test positivity rate now stands at 10.48%. 97 deaths and 12,502 recoveries were also reported. The state currently has 1,14,844 active cases.
The centre has clarified that no case of Delta Plus has been reported from sample sequencing in Tripura. Referring to media reports regarding rising cases of Delta Plus variants in the state, Union Health Minister said 152 samples were sent from Tripura to the National Institute of Biomedical Genomics at Kalyani in West Bengal for whole genome sequence, and the samples tested revealed cases of Delta variant and not the Delta Plus. The random samples were of people who tested RT-PCR positive between April and May this year. Nagaland today reported 78 new cases of COVID-19, pushing the caseload tally in the state to 25,975. On the other hand, the total number of people recovered from the infection has risen to 23,775 after the state registered 77 recoveries in the last 24 hours. The state's recovery rate now stands at 91.53%. At present, there are 971 active patients, while COVID-19 casualties in the state stand at 493, with no report of any coronavirus-related death today. 3 more Zika positive cases have been confirmed in Kerala. State Health Minister Veena George said Kerala has intensified all preventive measures to combat the virus. 2,100 PCR kits, which are designed for testing the virus, has been procured from the National Virology Institute in Pune. Blood tests are being conducted to confirm the virus. During initial stages, one sample may require about 8 hours of testing. Hospitals have been directed to test pregnant women and those with susceptible symptoms in a timely manner.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman today hosted women's members of Union Council of Ministers at high tea at her residence in New Delhi. Union Ministers Smriti Irani, Meenakshi Lekhi, Anupriya Patel, Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti, Renuka Singh and others attended the event. In the recent expansion, the number of women ministers in the Council of Ministers has been increased to 11, which is the highest number of women ministers in the central government since 2014. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma today reviewed the COVID-19 pandemic situation in 9 districts with high positivity rates through video conferencing. In the review meeting with Deputy Commissioners, Superintendents of Police and other senior health officials, the Chief Minister expressed concern over a section of people violating containment guidelines, which has triggered further spread of the virus. He asked the Deputy Commissioners to identify assembly points in the urban areas, villages and tea gardens and to strictly enforce containment measures in the district.
The budget session of the Assam Assembly will begin tomorrow at Dispur in Guwahati. The session will continue till the 13th of August and there will be 15 sittings. Finance Minister Ajanta Nyok will table the budget for 2021-22 on the 16th of this month. At least 13 bills will be tabled during the budget session. Security has been beefed up in and around Dispur ahead of the budget session. The India Meteorological Department IMD has warned of heavy rainfall in coastal, north and south interior parts of Karnataka for the next 5 days due to the formation of a low pressure area in the Bay of Bengal. The director of the IMD unit of Bengaluru, C.S. Patil, said that orange alert has been issued in Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, Chikmagalur, Shivamogga, Hassan and Kodagu district, while yellow alert has been sounded in Belagavi, Dharwad, Kalaburgi, Yadgir and Raichur districts. He informed that Uttara Kannada received 12 centimeters rainfall, Udupi 10 centimeters and Kodagu 7 centimeters rainfall earlier today. Eid-ul-Adha will be celebrated on the 21st of July. This was announced by the Central Moon Sighting Committee in New Delhi this evening. The committee said that the moon for Zul-Hijjah was sighted today.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Uttar Pradesh government announces new population policy 2021 to 2030 to incentivize people in population control. Socio-economic development of entire northeastern region at fast pace to be a key focus area, says Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari inaugurates country's first liquefied natural gas plant in Nagpur. Over 37 crore 60 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country so far. National COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 97.20%. Centre allocates 3,323 crore rupees grant to Odisha under Jal Jeevan Mission. Two Al-Qaeda terrorists arrested from Lucknow by Uttar Pradesh Anti-Terrorist Squad, says big terror module uncovered. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with Tokyo-bound athletes virtually on Tuesday. In women's cricket, second T20 match between India and hosts England underway at Hove. India sets target of 149 runs. Italy to lock horns with England in the summit clash of Eurocup football in London tonight. And in Wimbledon tennis, defending champion Novak Djokovic takes on Matteo Berrettini in men's singles final. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alert.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो खुद से वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
The centre is disseminating awareness of national helpline numbers for the benefit of citizens during the COVID-19 pandemic. The helpline number of the Health and Family Welfare Ministry is 1075. The child helpline number is 1098. For senior citizens of Delhi, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, the helpline number is 14567. The helpline number of National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, for psychological support is 08046110007. Ayush COVID-19 counselling helpline number is 14443 and MyGov WhatsApp help desk number is 9013151515.
Welcome back to the evening news. The centre has allocated 3,323 crore rupees grant to Odisha under the Jal Jeevan Mission for the current financial year to provide tap water supply to every household. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has assured full assistance to the state for making provision of tap water supply in every rural household. In his letter to Odisha Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, Mr. Shekhawat emphasized that the work of providing tap water connections should start in all the villages so that the state can provide tap water supply to every household by March 2024. At the time of the launch of Jal Jeevan Mission on 15th August 2019, only 310,000 households had tap water connections in the state. The ministry said now it has increased to around 23 lakh households in the state. In 2021-22, Odisha has planned to provide tap water connections to over 21 lakh households. Uttar Pradesh Anti-Terrorist Squad ATS arrested two Al-Qaeda terrorists in Lucknow today. Talking to media, ADG Law and Order in the state Prashant Kumar said Uttar Pradesh ATS has uncovered a big terror module. He said two men arrested by the ATS team have been identified as Minhaz Ahmed and Masiruddin. They are linked with the Al-Qaeda's Ansar Ghazwatul Hind. A huge cache of arms and explosive materials were also recovered from them. Mr. Kumar said there was an input of terror activities being run from Peshawar and Quetta on Pakistan-Afghanistan border. He said Minhaz Ahmed and Masiruddin were playing a crucial role to carry out the activities. Their accomplices in Lucknow and Kanpur were also involved, and searches are being conducted across the state in this connection. He said the ATS has learnt about a terror plot. ADG Law and Order said there was a plan for major bomb attacks in Lucknow and other places in the state before 15th of August. A high alert has been issued in Lucknow and adjoining districts after the arrests of terrorists and recovery of explosive. Interrogation of arrested terrorists is going on. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
दुनिया रंग बिरंगी, खट्टे मीठे रसीले समाचारों का सतरंगी खजाना आकाशवाणी पर। खबरें होंगी हटकर, जानेंगे कुछ अलग, हंसेंगे खुलकर, करेंगे सजग। सुनना न भूलें सोमवार और मंगलवार आज सवेरे तथा शनिवार और रविवार कार्यक्रम परिक्रमा में।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with Tokyo-bound athletes virtually on Tuesday. Last month, Mr. Modi had reviewed India's Olympics preparations on the occasion of 50 days to Tokyo Olympics. During the course of the review, Mr. Modi was apprised about the various steps taken towards ensuring uninterrupted training for athletes amidst the pandemic, participation in the international competitions to win Olympic quota, vaccination of athletes and customized support being provided to them. In his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio last month, Prime Minister Modi had stated that all Indian athletes heading to the Tokyo Olympics have worked hard for long, and he urged the nation to come forward and support them. Sharing their struggles and triumphs, the Prime Minister said that our sportspersons can be seen as inspirations. Young midfielder Vivek Sagar of Hoshangabad in Madhya Pradesh is a part of the Indian men's hockey team participating in the upcoming Tokyo Olympics Games. Talking to our Bhopal correspondent, the hockey player said his ultimate goal is to help the Indian men's team win an Olympic medal this time in Tokyo. We have a report.
Vivek Sagar, a resident of village Chandon of Itasi Tehsil in Hoshangabad, Madhya Pradesh, will play for the Indian hockey team in the Olympics for the country. He expressed his happiness to Akashvani News and is hopeful of better performance at the Olympics.
हाल ही में मेरा सिलेक्शन ओलंपिक्स गेम्स के लिए हुआ है, जो कि स्पोर्ट्स का सबसे बड़ा इवेंट है। ये मेरा पहला ओलंपिक्स है और मैं इसको मेमोरेबल बनाना चाहता हूँ। हम 17 जुलाई को इंडिया से टोक्यो के लिए रवाना होंगे और 24 जुलाई को हमारा फर्स्ट मैच न्यूजीलैंड के खिलाफ है। मेरा और हम सबका यही ड्रीम है कि जब भी हम इंडिया वापस आएं तो देश के लिए मेडल के साथ आएं।
Vivek has represented the country by joining the Indian team in other competitions, including Commonwealth Games, Youth Olympics, Asian Games. Sayukta Banerjee, All India Radio News, Bhopal.
With only a few days left for the Tokyo Olympic Games in the Olympic series of All India Radio today, we talk about Indian swimmer Srihari Nataraj.
Srihari Nataraj of the Indian swimming team that participated in the Olympics represented India at the World Aquatics Championships in Gwangju, South Korea in 2019. He qualified for the Tokyo Summer Olympics after achieving an A standard in the men's 100-meter backstroke time trial at the Sete Kohli Trophy in Rome. Talking about the Olympic preparations, Srihari said,
the Olympic qualification criteria in swimming means 16th place of the last Olympics is the qualifying time for this Olympics. So we just swam as fast as the semi-finalists at our last Olympics. That's how you.
In 2017, Srihari competed in short course swimming at the 2017 Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Games held in Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. Srihari has many records and medals in his name till now. In 2018, he represented India at the 2018 Commonwealth Games held in Gold Coast, Australia. Srihari also participated in the 2018 Asian Games held in Jakarta, Indonesia. The 20-year-old Nataraj has previously represented India at the 2018 Commonwealth and Asian Games as well and the Youth Olympics in the same year. Srihari will compete in the Olympics for the first time and will represent India at the Grand Kumbh of the Games. Diksha Saxena, Sports Desk.
Listeners from all across the country are participating in the Olympics quiz of AIR News. To participate in the Olympic quiz, tune in to our Sports Scan program every day at 7:20 p.m.
In the run-up to the Tokyo Olympics, the News Services Division of All India Radio in its Sports Scan program is broadcasting every day Olympics quiz with AIR News. Olympics quiz Akashvani Samachar के साथ in Hindi. Every day a question related to Olympics will be asked at the beginning and closing of the program. To participate in this program, listeners can send the replies by email on airsportscan@gmail.com. The first correct answer received through email will be adjudged the winner of the quiz. The name of the winner will be announced in Sports Scan program the next day. It will also be flashed on AIR Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. The Sports Authority of India will provide India team jersey to the winner. So tune in to the Sports Scan program every day at 7:20 p.m. on FM Gold and on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official.
With Tokyo Olympic Games set to begin in just a few days, the preparation of the Indian players participating in the biggest sporting event are in the final stages. Under the Cheer for India campaign, good wishes are pouring in from across the country to increase the enthusiasm of the players. Mother of star Indian archer and world number 1 Deepika Kumari has wished her daughter best of luck.
उसकी तैयारी बहुत अच्छा है और आगे के लिए मतलब जाने के लिए भी तैयारी कर रही हैं। जब से वो पेरिस से आई हैं तो प्रैक्टिस में लगी हुई हैं और आगे भी उम्मीद है कि जरूर गोल्ड मेडल लाएगी। तो इसलिए मैं शुभकामना ये देना चाहता हूँ कि मेरा माता रानी से इतना उम्मीद है कि जरूर कुछ न कुछ लाएगी। यही मेरा आशीर्वाद है।
National coach Purnima Mahato, who is the coach of Deepika, in a message said,
मैं दीपिका को ऑल द बेस्ट बोल रही हूँ। ओलंपिक में वो जा रही है और मैं आशा करती हूँ कि वो बहुत अच्छा वहाँ पे अपना परफॉर्मेंस देगी और तैयारी भी काफी की है एंड काफी पॉजिटिव है। अभी पेरिस में जो परफॉर्मेंस हुआ उसके लिए वो बूस्टअप है, माइंड सेटअप वो बना के रखी है अभी ओलंपिक के लिए। ऑल द बेस्ट दीपिका, मिक्स टीम के लिए और इंडिविजुअल के लिए एकदम जी जान लगा दो एंड बहुत अच्छा शूट करो। ऑल द बेस्ट।
In women's cricket, chasing a victory target of 149 runs set by India, hosts England were 31 for 2 in 3 overs in the second T20 at Hove when reports last came in. Earlier put into bat, India scored 148 for 4 in stipulated 20 overs. Shefali Verma made a superb 48 runs in 38 balls, while skipper Harmanpreet Kaur was out for 31 runs. Smriti Mandhana contributed 20 runs and Deepti Sharma remained not out on 24.
In Euro Cup football tournament, England will take on Italy in the summit clash at Wembley Stadium in London tonight. England reached their first final in 55 years as captain Harry Kane settled a tense semi-final against Denmark with the extra time strike that sealed a 2-1 win at Wembley. In Wimbledon tennis, defending champion Novak Djokovic is now clashing with 7th-seed Matteo Berrettini of Italy for the men's singles title. Both have won 1 set each. World number 1 Djokovic is hoping to win a record-tying 20th Grand Slam title.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi is likely to experience generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will hover between 26 and 33 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will generally have cloudy sky with moderate rain. Minimum temperature will be 24 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 30 degrees. Chennai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will vary between 27 and 35 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will be partly cloudy with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. City will observe a minimum temperature of 28 degrees and a maximum of around 34 degrees. Leh is expected to have partly cloudy sky. Minimum and maximum temperature will be between 13 and 30 degrees Celsius. Gilgit will have partly cloudy sky. Temperature will hover between 18 and 41 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will experience cloudy sky with moderate rain. Minimum temperature will be 23 degrees and the maximum will be around 34 degrees. Guwahati will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature will be around 26 and the maximum around 35. Imphal will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. City will observe a minimum of 22 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. Shillong will experience generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Aizawl will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature will be 20 and the maximum will be around 28 degrees. Kohima is expected to have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Itanagar will experience generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of thunder showers. Gangtok will experience partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Agartala will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 26 and 35 degrees Celsius. Ranchi will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. City will observe a minimum temperature of 24 and maximum of around 30 degrees. Bengaluru will experience generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 20 and 28 degrees Celsius. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Uttar Pradesh government announces new population policy for 2021 to 2030 to incentivize people in population control. Socio-economic development of entire northeastern region at fast pace to be a key focus area, says Union Minister G. Kishan Reddy. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari inaugurates country's first liquefied natural gas plant in Nagpur. Over 37 crore 60 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country so far. National COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 97.20%. Centre allocates 3,323 crore rupees grant to Odisha under Jal Jeevan Mission. 2 Al-Qaeda terrorists arrested from Lucknow by Uttar Pradesh anti-terrorist squad, says big terror module uncovered. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with Tokyo-bound athletes virtually on Tuesday. In women's cricket, second T20 match between India and host England underway at Hove. India sets target of 149 runs. Italy to lock horns with England in summit clash of Euro Cup football in London tonight. And in Wimbledon tennis, defending champion Novak Djokovic takes on Matteo Berrettini in men's singles final. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.